Hey anime lovers, welcome to Anime Buzz. The superpower anime genre is an interesting form of media to watch. It follows the story of a character who has, insert superpower, and how they use their superpower to save the day. Fight with other people or creatures who have superpower abilities as well, and sometimes even get into trouble themselves. They are usually in a fictional world that's set up for them to do whatever they please. So now we have top 10 superpower anime of all time. But before the video starts, please subscribe to the channel to become a member of the family. Number 10. Dies Irae. On May 1, 1945 in Berlin, as the Red Army raises the Soviet flag over the Reichskanzlei, a group of Nazi officers conduct a ritual. For them, the slaughter in the city is nothing but the perfect ritual sacrifice in order to bring back the Order of the 13 Lances, a group of supermen whose coming would bring the world's destruction. Years later, no one knows if this group of officers succeeded, or whether they lived or died. Few know of their existence, and even those who knew began to pass away as the decades passed.
My purpose holds to create warriors fit to embody the inimitable Nobunaga legacy. What manner of weapon will your inheritor choose?
Number 9. Nobunagan. Shio Ogura is a Japanese high school student, who is visiting Taiwan on a school trip when she is suddenly attacked by monsters. Agents known as E-Gene Holders, from the government agency DOGOO also arrive, who wield weapons infused with the spirits of historical figures. Shio is revealed to also be an E-Gene Holder when the soul of Oda Nobunaga awakens after she tries to rescue a friend.
So who are you now?
Nobunagan!
Let no enemy escape the fires of your wrath!
Come on, Mom, you're killing me! Why didn't you wake me up? Laters! Be safe!
ここはいろんな能力を持った子供だけが集められたエリート学園だ。やめてよ、リーダーとか。
お前さん今日暇か？俺の友達になってくれ。
Number 8. Muno na Nana. An academy on an island in unnavigable waters. There, students train tirelessly to fight back against the enemies of humanity. The protagonist, a student newly transferred there, also sets out with the intention of eradicating all enemies of humankind. An unpredictable, intellectual suspense story of justice and evil. Number 7. Needless. At the onset of World War III, nobody could have predicted the effect it would have on Japan. While it had officially ended 50 years ago in 2150, its battles still persist. Large, mysterious areas known as black spots appeared across the country, filled with the contaminated ruins of cities and countrysides. Those inside were trapped to halt the spread of contamination, and their powers began to mutate, be they shapeshifters, pyromancers, or controllers of gravity itself. They all became known as the Needless.
The world as it exists now is not the way it should be.
Souls who stood against that fate and dared to ask for better. The time for you to rise.
Number 6. Persona 5 the Animation. The role of the story of this anime is about a group of teenagers living in a dangerous world full of spoilers and dictators, so they cannot obey this system and also cannot live far from it. So they decide to strive for freedom and change, so they use a smart application to enter people's hearts and reform their way of thinking.
The existence of that world.
Now get in there! This is the cognitive world. Human hearts are what create and shape everything around us right now.
Metaverse Navigator. Didn't I delete that?
I am thou.
Number 5. Madoka Box. Elected as student council president with 98% of votes, Madoka is a brilliant student who will help students any way she can. This leads to the introduction of a suggestions box, which will later be given the nickname of Madoka Box. Some of the suggestions therein, however, will provide some tough challenges for her and her student council friends. Number 4. Concrete Revolutio. In an alternate version of Japan, superhumans from all different forms of fiction now coexist with humans, witches, kaiju, cyborgs, and even yokai. Some use their powers for criminal acts. Some use them for heroic acts, and some even use them to just live normal lives. With the introduction of these new superhumans, the Japanese government formed the Superhuman Bureau, a team of individuals who overlook and protect them. The story follows Jiro Hitoyoshi, a member of this bureau, and what his grand purpose really is in all of this. Is what he's doing with the bureau good, or is he no better than the criminal superhumans he keeps in check?
At the very least, be an ally of justice.
Place in our world.
There has to be someone out there like the superhumans I looked up to.
もしも、たとえどんな願いでも叶うとしたら、君は何を願う?
Number 3. Big Order. 10 years ago, a child wished for the destruction of the world. Now, a group of people has the ability to grant their wishes depending on their power. They are called Order User. Before these great people who have the power of order, one person excels the most with the ability to rule and conquer the world and turn people into puppets when it is in his jurisdiction. This power belongs to Hoshimiya Eiji, who is also responsible for the destructive phenomena that happened exactly 10 years ago.
Would you like to see them get what they deserve?
You're heartless. After what you did.
Such men are in need of punishment.
Number 2. Codebreaker. Although cheerful and delicate, Sakura Sakurakoji is a skilled martial artist with a sense of fairness that never falters, no matter the situation. Upon witnessing people burning in blue flames while on a bus ride home, she calls the police to bring their murderer to justice only to find that no evidence remains. However, all her doubts about what she saw vanish when the next day, the new transfer student Rei Oagami joins her class. He is the very boy she watched commit murder in cold blood.
You're a codebreaker, aren't you?
Where is Hitomi?
They think that they can... Quite a piece of work. Worthy of the Code 1 designation.
Doesn't matter.
I told you I'm a bad man.
Japan operates as a quasi-independent nation these days. It's been 10 years since the apocalypse virus pandemic broke out.
Number 1. Guilty Crown. The story revolves around Shu Oma, a high school boy who inadvertently obtains an ability called Power of the King that enables him to draw out items called voids from other people. He is then thrown into the conflict between a quasi-governmental organization known as the GHQ and a resistance organization called Funeral Parlor, which aims to restore Japan's independence from the GHQ. In the process, Shu has to deal with the burden his ability puts on his shoulders and the horrific mystery of his past.
Wait!
Take this.
No, what did you tell them? Yahiro! What did you do?
I can't apologize for the world we live in.
Come on, Shu! Do something out of character for a change!